Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the book review. And today happens to be a very big day for me, and maybe probably for you too, because it's the beginning of something big that we are coming to start, and a life change actually. So, we all have the dream of becoming successful in everything that we do. See, and with the current situation in the world right now, it seems like things are really getting hard, but that is not an excuse for us to not do well in life. You understand? And for today might be hard, but we know that tomorrow is a better day. Tomorrow comes a better day, and that is what we are working towards. And for that to happen, we have to work on ourselves personally. That's personal development, and to be able to work on yourself personally, to develop yourself and become more, in order to attract more, we have to check what we do every day, every single day, every single hour, every single second that we do, because these things in the long term determines what we become or what we could become. You understand? And since I told you before, it's a book review and I showed you the book Atomic Habits, we are going to talk about it a little bit, just a short part of it, because that's what I've read up to, very small side, but we are going to take this step by step, and I hope that you join and let us grow together. Okay. And before we dive right into it, I just want to share something with you that I thought about something today, initiative or proposal, whatever it is, that I'll be sharing it with you at the end of the video. So I suggest that you watch to the end so that you get to know what it is. In the beginning of the book, he talks about his story. As in, I'm not going to give you the whole details so that you wouldn't feel like going to get it to read it yourself. So he talks about his story and the fact that he had an accident, and through the recovery process, he discovered the importance of small habits. So then, as he continued, he talked about a team of British cyclists who for many years have not won any medal in the Olympics. Like, they were actually failing every year, you see. And then they hired a new coach, and the coach got a new strategy, and he referred it to as the aggregation of marginal gains, you see. And it talks about finding this tiny margin of improvement in everything that you do. Let's say in everything that you're doing, you're trying to lose weight, you're on the business, you're trying to build a business and all that, you try to get better 1% each day. And he goes on to talk about the math associated with this, that if you should make 1% better each day for 1 year, you become 37 times better, 37% better by the end of the year. See, and on the other side too, if you should fall back or decline in anything that you're doing, you are better and you don't learn or you don't improve, and you fall down, as in, you know what I'm talking about, you reduce your improvements, you for a long time, that is each day, you don't do whatever you're supposed to do, you don't improve, and you decline. By the end of the year, you literally go down to zero, which means you have no improvement, and probably whatever you're good at, you even become worse at it, you see. So this is what he talks about. That is the aggregation of marginal gains, you see. So then, how does this thing work? Because mostly he says in the book that we overestimate the importance of defining moments, and underestimate the importance of small habits over a long period of time. See, small things that happen over a long period of time. And see, like this is very true. You see, most of the times we think maybe if you're able to do, and the term they give it to it is overnight success or whatever, you just did it, you see. But that is not how it works. Most people, when you see them become better or they do great things, it is because they've been working each day for the past years or the past months or days that precedes that. They've been working on it, and it was that time that they were able to do it and do it better. And also he talks about the fact that making these small changes, better or worse, every day doesn't really seem significant at the moment, but at the long run you see that these changes come together to make you better or worse. You see, it's like you want to work out, you want to gain muscles, but then you decide to do one push-up every day. If you you should do one push-up today or tomorrow or in 3 days or 4 days time, you're not going to see anything. You see, and it doesn't mean that this one push-up every day, the push-ups you do every day, is not working. It's working, but it's just going to take some time for it to manifest. You see, and sometimes we get the idea of, you decide to hit the gym 3 months or 1 month, and you think you're going to do it for it to happen. Then after the month or 2 months or 3 months, you don't see the results, and you get discouraged and you think it's not going to work. But that's not how it works. You see, so this is what he talks about, that if you decide to do it every day, even though it's not going to bring the change now, it makes you the person that does not miss workouts. Yeah. So, if you look at so he talks about, if you look at your weight right now and you're overweight, it's not because of anything but just your eating habits. If you look at your bank account and you don't have enough money, it's just because of your spending habits. See, and if basically if you look at everything that you're doing, your knowledge is because you've not been learning or reading more. You understand? So with this advice and all, the book strategy and all, you can start just like we have started this. Even though I'm doing a review in doing these videos once a week, but every single day I am reading. You see, and it's because I want to know more. That's why I read more. And the more you read, you get to think different. You get to know new things, new way of thinking about certain things and all. And you see, these books contain things that people have spent years of research on. You see, and it's going to do you a lot of good, because you can't have some of the resources to do all this research, the time to do all this research, and to go through all the stress and all that. Someone has already done that for you and has put it down in a book, and which costs for just some small, money. You see, so if you can invest a little in books, reading, and with the perception of, we have to change the way we think about certain things. You see, this is good. It's not that we want to be book long or something, but this is to learn more, to become more, to know more. You see, the more you know about certain things, the more you can apply them. Then you see, that's how it works. So, because it's through this reading and all these things, I've been able to find ways of how to manage my money in order to have enough to save more. You understand? And spend less. And my weight, most of you know that I work out every day. You see, because for me, I don't believe in the saying that someone is big bone. You see, and in my language you say like "Kesia one and all that." I don't believe in that thing. It's just the way we eat. You see, when we are kids, our parents force us to eat more, and now it is part of us now. So we eat more and we become fat, and it's not for everybody because we all have different body types and all that. So it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking to lose weight, that's your fat, then you have to change your eating habits. And if you change your eating habits and your workouts and all that, then your weight will be at the normal way you want it to be. That's the kind of way you want it to be. Okay. So then he talks also about forgetting about goals and focusing on systems. You see, every goal, to be able to achieve every goal, you need a system. Like you need something. You need to do something, a process to achieve that goal, and we should focus on the system that we put out there to achieve the goal. Because even in he makes an example of people in a racetrack or championship. Everybody go winners and losers. Both of them, their goal is to win. You understand? They all have one goal, is to win. But then how do some end up winning and some losing? It's because of the actions, the systems they put in place. So we should focus on the systems and how we do our things. And because it could be that we are like the story he gave in the British cyclists. They were doing something before, but it seems what they were doing wasn't like good. The system wasn't good enough to lead them to win championship. So when the guy brought the different strategy, the different system, then it changed everything for them. So I think we can do this, and this is something that I wish that everybody, you see, because if we look at our lives right now, we need change. We need to do something to change our lives right now, because it's not there. Because we have a short time. Right now, you might be in your 20s, you might be in your 30s, and all. And yes, people can tell you can make it in your 30s, you can make it in your 50s, you can make it in your 60s. Some people made it in their 70s, but people who made it in those times didn't make it at that point because they started working on it at that point. They were working all these years, and that was when it manifested. So if you're waiting to that time, it is not going to happen. You start now. And if you look at your life right now, with everything that you're doing, how you like the level of your finance, how your life is at the level that it is right now, you can sit down and think about it and see where you've been improving well or declining. You see, and you check your actions, what you've been doing every day. If you fail in your text, it's because you've not been learning. You see, and most of the times what we do is we want to learn few days to the exams, and that is not going to happen. You see, if you are able to learn every day and learn because you want to know, not because you want to pass the exams. If you want to know something, you really want to know something, you just read it, learn about it, and do research on it to understand it. And I'm not going to talk about this education thing right now. That will be in a different topic. But let's do this, okay? I challenge you. See, and with regards to this building of habit, I've decided to put out a challenge in from now. Maybe we'll start from tomorrow, or no, let's say 13th of this month. We will start. 13th of this month we will start. Then I don't know how many push-ups you can do, you see, but I'll put out a push-up challenge that we'll make 30, let's say at least 50 push-ups a day. 50 is too much, okay, let's say 10 push-ups a day. You see, that is 1% improvement. Now, maybe you can do more, but for those who cannot do more, 10 push-ups a day. If you can do 20, do 20 push-ups, and make sure you maintain the 20 for every day for 30 days. You understand? Till the end of July. Let's say to the end of July. You put it out there that we are going to do this. Me, I can do 100 a day, so I'm going to do 100 a day, and every day I will make a video of it and put it out there. If you do it and you take a video of it, you can just send it to me. I will post it on my channel also. Okay, we'll just make it together, we put it out there, and let me see. I want to see that we are actually making changes now, because it's better for us to do it together and grow together than for one person to do it and get there. Then people will come, how did you do it? And by the time he or she makes it, that would be like, it would have taken a time. You see, let's say within 4 years or 5 years, those times have passed, and now you are coming to learn something that you could have learned the years back, and go with a person so that we all grow and things gets better. Because when I hear stories and I see people, the gap between the poor and the rich is really hard. You see, and right now, me, I'm not rich, but with everything that I'm learning now, I have hope, and I believe, and I have faith that I'm going to make it. And one of these things, this belief, this mindset of you doing everything it takes, whatever it takes to make it, is a good thing. You see, because if you are sitting there thinking you need certain things in order to make it, whilst everything you need is with you right now, you have it. Or whatever you need to start with, you have it. To get to a point where you need other things, and once you're able to move that step to start, those things will come in place. See, so this is what I want to share with you. Let's start this. We'll continue from the systems in the next video, then we'll see what we can do. Then we'll start everything small. Even as of now, with this video that I'm doing, you can see that my presentation and everything is not good, but I know that with time I'm going to get better. You see, so that is why I keep on doing it. This being on camera thing wasn't really my thing, but because I want to get better, I want to speak to people. There are a lot of things that I want to talk about. You see, but because of shyness, even there is a quote that has been going around that I've forgotten. When I see it, I'll just share it with you. Okay, so I think it talks about RIP. Yeah, RIP to all the opportunities that we missed because of shyness. You see, so now is the time for us to do everything that we need to do. Now, talking about the initiative or the proposal I wanted to make in the beginning of the video that I talked about, it's for those who know, after I don't know how to call it, but then I used a podcast to describe it, and the name is On the Side of Life, because we are talking about life, not things that will make us better as humans, the whole planet, the whole earth, talking about everything. You see, things that will make here better. That one day, if God should come and say, what did we do with whatever he was given to us, we will be able to say that this is what you gave us, and this is what we've made of it. You see, and it should be better than we found it. You see, so this is what I want to talk about, everything in all aspects. And one thing I'll be doing is, before I talk about any topic, I'll just put it out there for you to know, and I will need, maybe if you have any idea or suggestion, maybe a quote or something that you want to say, share with everyone, you either make a video, that is if you want to be show your face, or you make a voice note and you send it to me, then I will just cut it and put it on the channel or in the video that I'll make. Okay, so I want all of us to be involved in this thing so that we grow together. This is not about me, this is not about just one person, it's about all of us. If we grow and we all get better one day, because that is all that we are working for. That is all that we are like, we all have in common. You see, we are all hoping that we become better and do all this thing. And maybe some people might think this is not necessary, but in the end, that is in the long term, as we've been talking about. In the long term, you see that these things are very necessary, and everybody, those who have made it, have tested to it that they read, they learned, they did things differently, they did things every day consistently and all. So if you think maybe you can find a better way or a short way that you can make it, fine. But for us, we are going to stick to this process because we are looking for results that last. Okay, so not something that will come then as a short time it goes. You said things that really last takes time. You see, so this is what I want to share with you. So you just prepare yourself. It's not going to be any tension. Anybody, if you have anything to say, you can just share it with me. And I need people to do this. You see, if I'm left to do this alone, it's not good. You see, so I need ideas, I need help, so that we all grow together. Okay, in the end, we all can meet one day. Because right now I'm doing this thing, I don't have the setting, I don't have the good place for us to meet and talk about it. But this is how we are going to start. And in time, if we grow together and I get a better place, a better setting or environment, then I can just invite people. And listen, it's not about people who are already out there, but it's about people who are trying to build up. You understand? From people who are already in the grassroots, what people say in the streets and all that. These are the kind of people I want to deal with, because that's where we are, that's where I am. And things like this, when you give them opportunities, people have ideas that needs to be talked about, needs to be worked on, needs to be think about and start, you see, so that we all grow. This is how we are supposed to be living, not talking about hatred and all those things. Okay, so please, let's do this. We'll do this next week and the week after, and it continues and continues and continues. And one day you come back to this first video and you see that it was worth it. Okay, so have a nice day, and thank you, and see you in the next episode of the book review. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye.